Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Halo, nama saya Dr. Ji Anhar Rabi Hamzah Tis'a, MPD. Saya adalah seorang dosen tetap di Universitas Muhammadiyah Tangerang. Saya mengampu mata kuliah Bahasa Inggris 1 pada program studi pendidikan agama Islam. Adapun capaian pembelajaran lulusan pada mata kuliah Bahasa Inggris 1 ini, pertama, bertakwa kepada Tuhan Yang Maha Esa dan mampu menunjukkan sikap religius. Yang kedua, menjunjung tinggi nilai kemanusiaan dalam menjalankan tugas berdasarkan agama, moral, dan etika. 3. Menginternalisasi nilai, norma, dan etika akademik. Kemudian selanjutnya, menguasai konsep, prinsip, dan aplikasi sebagai metode pembelajaran khususnya yang berorientasi pada kecakapan hidup atau life skill. Kemudian, capaian pembelajaran mata kuliahnya, mahasiswa mampu memahami bentuk kalimat perintah dan kalimat permohonan dalam bahasa Inggris. Kemudian mahasiswa mampu menjelaskan mengenai kata penghubung yang menyelaraskan antara dua kalimat serta memahami kalimat menjemuk. Mahasiswa mampu menjelaskan peristiwa yang terjadi di waktu sekarang dalam bentuk kalimat sederhana dan digunakan untuk menunjukkan perbuatan yang biasa atau selalu diperbuat atau dikerjakan sehari-hari. Kemudian mahasiswa mampu menjelaskan suatu peristiwa, pekerjaan, atau tindakan yang sedang berlangsung pada saat pembicaraan waktu sekarang. Mahasiswa mampu menjelaskan suatu perbuatan yang telah terjadi semenjak masa lampau dan berlangsung terus sampai sekarang, pada saat ini masih sedang berlangsung dalam penyelesaian. Kemudian, adapun deskripsi pada mata kuliah ini adalah mata kuliah Bahasa Inggris 1 merupakan mata kuliah dengan level intermediate yang membahas tentang strategi dalam membaca teks bahasa Inggris secara tertulis dengan menggunakan bantuan kamus dan berkomunikasi baik secara lisan maupun tulisan dalam bahasa Inggris, sehingga mahasiswa dapat berkomunikasi secara lisan dengan memakai fungsi-fungsi bahasa dan ungkapan-ungkapan yang tepat baik secara linguistik maupun budaya. Referensi ataupun bahan ajar yang digunakan adalah pertama modul, kemudian buku, dan diktat. Pada mata kuliah ini media pembelajaran pendukung yaitu laptop dan proyektor ya. Kuliah Bahasa Inggris 1 ini menggunakan metode ceramah, diskusi, dan latihan. Mata kuliah ini dilaksanakan selama 16 kali pertemuan. 2 diantaranya adalah ujian tengah semester dan ujian akhir semester. Untuk ujian tengah semester dilaksanakan pada pertemuan ke-8, sedangkan untuk ujian akhir semester dilaksanakan pada pertemuan ke-16. Untuk penilaian mata kuliah Bahasa Inggris ini terdiri dari 4 unsur, yaitu unsur kehadiran atau absensi, kemudian tugas, lalu nilai UTS dan nilai UAS. Untuk lebih jelasnya, mari kita simak bersama video pembelajaran berikut ini. Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Qala Allah Ta'ala fil kitabil karim, ma yalfizu min qawli illa ladaihi raqibun atid. The means, not a word does he utters, but there is a watcher by him ready to record it. Al-Quran Surah Al-Qaf 18. In bahasa, tidak ada suatu kata yang diucapkan, melainkan ada sisinya malaikat, pengawas yang selalu siap untuk mencatat. Al-Quran Surah Al-Qaf ayat 18. In this verse affirms that speech is a trust, and every utterance will be recorded by angels as evidence for accountability in the hereafter. The Prophet Muhammad SAW also reminds us, "Man kana yu'minu billahi wal yawmil akhir, falyakul khairan aw liyasmut." Whoever believes in Allah and the last day, let him speak good or remain silent. Rawahul Bukhari and Muslim. Bahasa, barang siapa yang beriman kepada Allah dan hari akhir, hendaklah ia berkata baik atau diam. Hadis riwayat Bukhari dan Muslim. Okay. That ayat and hadith are related to our topic today, which is about how to communicate well in our daily lives so that misunderstandings do not occur between one another, especially when communicating in English. Okay, class. Before we start our learning today, let's say Al-Basmalah all together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, before we going to the next explanation of our subject, I would like to give you spirit morning today. Okay, are you ready to learn?
Yes, ready.
Are you ready to pay attention?
Yes, ready.
Are you ready to practice?
Yes, ready.
Okay, good, thank you. Okay, class. Today, inshallah, we shall discuss about the new topic at our third meeting is simple present tense. What is simple present tense? Who knows what is the simple present tense definition? Okay, this is the use of simple present tense to state a habitual action in our daily activity. Okay, this tense has a formula. The first formula you can see at my slide. The formula of simple present tense you can see here. The first one, positive subject plus verb 1 plus object. Okay, the example, I watch TV every night, and then you watch TV every night. You can say with every day, every morning, yes. And then we watch TV every night. They watch TV every night. And then here for the third person, she, he, and it plus verb 1 plus object. Okay, for the example, he watched TV every night. She watched TV every night. Okay. This is the positive formula. And the second is negative formula. You can see at my slide. Okay, we can read together. Subject plus do plus not plus verb 1 plus object. Okay, Suhada, please read the first sentence.
I do not watch TV every night.
Okay, you.
You do not watch TV every night.
Okay, thank you. Special for third person, we have to add the es or s in the end of the verb. Okay, for the example, he does not watch TV, and then she does not watch the TV. The third formula is interrogative formula. The first, do plus subject plus verb 1. Okay, the examples, do I watch TV every night? Okay, do you watch TV every night? Okay, here for the third person of interrogative sentence, the example is, does he watch TV every night? And does she watch TV every night? These are the examples for third person in interrogative sentences. Okay. In this section, I will explain the rules of the simple present tense, especially for the use of the third person singular like she, he, and it. Okay, here there are some rules how to make the sentence of third person. The first one, if the verb ends in a vowel, you must add es or s to the end of the verb. Second, if the verb ends with the letter y, we also need to add as to end the verb. And the third, if the verb ends with ch, we also have to add es at the end of the verb. However, if the verb ends with a consonant, we only need to add s to the end of the verb. Okay, class. In this section, I would like to show you how to make the nominal sentence. Here the formula you can see at my slide. Okay, here I would like to explain you about the positive formula of nominal sentence. Okay, can see the first one is subject plus to be plus adjective, and then the example like I am hungry, or in bahasa saya lapar. That is the formula for the first person. And then for the second person, here is the formula subject plus to be are plus adjective or noun. The examples, you are hungry, kamu lapar. We are hungry, kami lapar. And then the second person of plural, we can say the example like they are hungry, mereka lapar. Okay, and then the positive formula for the third person is subject he, she, or it plus to be plus adjective or noun. The example, he is hungry, she is hungry, and it is hungry. Okay, class. Next is the formula of negative for nominal sentence. The formula is subject I plus to be am plus not plus adjective or noun. And then the example, I am not hungry. Second, for the second person, subject we, you, they plus to be, are plus not plus adjective or noun. The example, you are not hungry. And then we are not hungry. And the last, they are not hungry. These are the examples of nominal sentence for negative sentence. Okay, class, here we go to the next section is the interrogative sentence formula of nominal sentence. We can see here how to make the sentence of nominal sentence. This is the formula: to be, am plus subject I plus adjective or noun. The example, am I hungry? Okay. And then for the second person of interrogative sentence of nominal sentence, the formula is to be, are plus subject like we, you, and they plus adjective and noun. The examples, are you hungry? Are we hungry? And are they hungry? Okay. And then for the third person, the formula is to be is plus subject like he, she, and it plus adjective or noun. The examples, is he hungry? Is she hungry? Okay, these are the sentence of nominal sentences. Okay, you can see at your home later. Okay, here I want to give you the time to ask about this subject. Okay, Suhada, please give me the question.
Okay, Mister, I want to ask, why in positive sentence that ending with E or S in the end of the verb for third person? Thank you, Mister.
Okay, thank you. Good questions, Suhada. Okay, like I have explained before, the reason is, first, if the verb ends in a vowel, we must add es or s to the end of the verb. Second, if the verb ends with the letter y, we also need to add es to the end of the verb. And then the third, if the verb ends with ch, we also have to add es at the end of the verb. Okay. However, if the verb ends with a consonant, we only need to add s to the end of the verb. That's the reasons why in positive sentence, especially for the third person, we have to put s or es in the end of the verb. These are the reasons. Do you understand?
Yes, I do. Thank you, Mister.
Okay, class. Here I have given you about the adverb of time for this simple present tense. The first one is always, usually, and etc. Okay, class. Now we are going to the next section. Okay, you may open your paper and then I suggest you to answer the exercise that I have given to you. Okay, the first exercise is change the following word in the brackets in the simple present tense form make the sentences in three kinds: positive, negative, and interrogative sentence. For the example, I usually read a book before sleep every night. You have to change to the positive, negative, and interrogative sentence. For the positive sentence, like I usually read a book before sleep every night, and negative sentence, I do not usually read a book before sleep every night, and interrogative sentence, do I usually read a book before sleep every night? Okay, I have given to you about 10 questions from number 1 until 10. You have to do it about 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, Suhada, please answer the question number 1 until number 5. My father drinks a glass of coffee every morning. What is the change?
My father drinks a glass of coffee every morning.
Okay. Number 2.
They study English every Monday.
Okay. Number 3.
My friend plays badminton twice a week.
Number 4.
Every Sunday, she goes to the church.
Okay. Number 5.
She sings her favorite song.
Okay. Thank you, Suhada. Okay, class. Now we go to the next exercise. Change the sentences below into good English. Okay, number 1. Basit, what say in English? Mereka pergi ke pasar setiap pagi.
They go to the market every morning.
Okay. Number 2, dia minum segelas susu setiap pagi.
He drink a cup of milk every morning.
Oh, no drink, but he drinks.
Oh, I'm sorry, mister.
Okay. You can repeat one more time.
He drinks a cup of milk every morning.
Okay, thank you. Number 3,
Her washes.
Laura.
Laura. I'm sorry. Laura washes her shoes every week.
Okay, the last number.
Father read the newspaper every morning.
Okay, but the true answer is father reads the newspaper every morning. So you have to put the S after verb, like read. You have to change with the reads. Okay?
Okay, mister.
You got it?
Yes, I
Okay.
understand, mister.
Okay, thank you, Basit. Okay, class. Now we go to the next. We go to the last exercise. Okay. Arrange the words into good sentences in the simple present tense. Example: Year, English, twice a week, studies, and she. The answer is she studies English twice a week. Okay, number 1. The question is, 2 students go there every day school. What is the answer?
The
students go to the school every
day.
Okay. The second question,
We celebrate
our
Independence Day
okay once
in a year on August.
Okay, thank you. Okay, class. I think enough for our meeting today. I apologize if I have mistakes, and I suggest you to study hard at your home, and then don't be lazy. I always pray to you for your success in our future. See you next time, inshallah. Finally, bila taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you next time.